Welcome back to GSI. I'm Ryan Menley with Brett Easley. It is the catalyst that brought Kansas City Chiefs training camp to Missouri Western.
And while the new Griffon Indoor Sports Complex was built to bring the Chiefs to St. Joe, it is 100% owned by Missouri Western. And it's not just for football, folks. Western Athletics Director Dave Williams gives us a tour.
We're going to try to get you a little virtual tour of the facility. Starting here at Coach Partridge's office, directly to the right. And all the way down the hallway. The hallway on the right, all the doors on the right, is the entire football staff. Every football coach, every football assistant coach has their own office. At the very end, the door then leads into the other sports that are also housed in this facility. Soccer, baseball, softball, men's golf, women's golf, and tennis all are housed in this facility, as well as the football program. Coming down this hallway, the locker room to the right and the KCP&L theater is to the left. The facility, which seats 120 oversized seats, they're 36-inch seats versus the usual size of about 28. Obviously, they wanted to be oversized because of some of the sizes of the Kansas City Chiefs players. A real key to a facility such as this is the locker room. We think we've really hit a home run with what we've been able to do in the locker room. There are 120 lockers. They're made by the Kansas City Chiefs to be identical to the ones they have at their practice facility at Arrowhead. They have around 80 players that they'll bring to camp, but we'll have over 100 for our team, so that's why the reason for 120 total lockers. Based on the Chiefs' recommendations, we constructed a path directly from the locker room into the athletic training room. Purpose is so that our players will not have to go outside into the general public hallways in order to get to the athletic training area to be after a practice situation. The athletic training room is an impact area as well. The athletic training tables, we have 8 tables that are for rehab. And then we have a series of tables that are just for taping stations. The special thing about those is they were made by the Kansas City Chiefs and their cabinet making staff. The wet area from the athletic training room allows us to have 2 whirlpool tubs at ground level that's easy to access by just walking in. One will be hot, one will be cold, and they're just fantastic rehabilitation tools for our athletic training staff to use. The triage room is designed for emergency access for players, either at training camp or possibly one of ours. The triage room was built with direct access from the field, which is the reason this door is right here, which goes right into the indoor field. So from here, direct access from the indoor field right into the athletic training room in the triage area. The indoor field is 400 feet long by 200 feet wide, which is the full 120 yards of a football field plus about 7 yards on each side from the length. And then the width is the full 53 yards of a football field wide plus 7 or 8 yards on each side as well. A very unique feature to the facility is the netting system we have. It will allow us to make the facility into a multi-use area that will protect the walls during all types of different events, such as baseball games, softball games, soccer, or even flag football games. The university plans on using the facility for all those types of events for the community to use, as well as bringing in local events or regional events to Missouri Western and to St. Joe. On the west side of the building, you'll see the set of windows. Near that windows through those doors is the Herzog Strength and Training Center. The Griffon logos on the weights are something that we think adds a bunch of punch to the room. Having that many logos certainly gives a great message of exactly who we are. We're really excited for our student athletes and the students of Missouri Western and the community of St. Joseph to be able to use this facility in every way it was intended to be used.
The Chiefs use this as their training camp home, and now they are the only undefeated team left in the NFL. Coincidence?
I would say yes, and possible fluke, but anyway, they'll be back here next year. Meanwhile, Missouri Western continues work on its new spring sports complex for baseball and softball teams. We'll update you on that in the coming weeks. And GSI will be right back.
All right, focus in. Focus on every play, every series, every quarter, every half, every game one at a time. Focus and finish. You got it? Now let's go out there and get after it. Let's go.
It's homecoming Saturday as your 4-1 Griffins take on Truman State. 271-4481 for tickets. Go Griffs.
And welcome back to GSI. Alongside Ryan Mindley, I'm Brett Easley. The Western men's golf team hit the home links this week.
That's right. The Griffins hosting 9 other current and future MIAA teams in the Missouri Western Invitational. Fairview Golf Course, the local college hangout for the week. 10 schools in town to tee off. Day 1 of the 2-day Missouri Western Invitational belonged to the Griffon golfers. Shane Feist, a year ago, he was home battling cancer, and he's had quite the comeback. Feist fired the low score on day 1, shooting a 67. He shot 76 on day 2 to finish 1 under for the event, good for 7th place individually. As a team, the Griffons were solid. They finished in 3rd, just a few strokes behind 2nd place Washburn. Central Missouri the overall winner. Western hoping its solid performance is a good sign of things to come.
I think we need to stick together as a team and make each other better, because I think and we've got a lot of talent. It's just getting it out of each other, pushing each other, and just making sure we're all playing our best.
Meanwhile, the Griffons softball team going against a world-class opponent in fall ball. More than 800 fans packed Heritage Park last weekend to see the Griffons take on the National Pro Fast Pitch All-Star Squad. The team, made up of pro softball players and Olympians, stopped in St. Joe as part of its back-to-school college tour. The NPF commissioner is Western alum Sherry Kemp. The game was only an exhibition and no official score was kept, but the Griffons cut quite the opportunity.
I was really proud of them in the way that they showed up and just enjoyed the experience for what it was. They went toe-to-toe. We took aggressive swings. We tried to do everything just like we were playing another team from the MIAA. Oh, I think it was phenomenal. I think having the youth in St. Joe, I mean, we had over 800 people down there, and I think that was great for fast pitch. I think that was great for St. Joe. Not only great for my team that we're able to be put in that situation.
And we'll be right back.
The best thing about this facility is the worst thing. Everyone wants to use it.
Oh, not again. I don't understand why they didn't put a basket in here. Where are the baskets in here?
And welcome back to GSI, and time for one of our favorite segments, the pick segment, the pick'em segment. And the reason it's your favorite segment is because you're doing pretty good on the pick'em, Swami.
5-0. The Swami gets to wear the coveted coat again this week. My co-host Ryan Menley, 3-2 last week. I am this much closer, folks, to adding this lovely garment to my wardrobe. So without further ado, let's take a look at the picks this week.
Let's get to this week's picks. UNO at Washburn in the MIAA for football.
UNO's won 2 in a row, but Washburn also won last week. It's at home. Give me the Ichabods.
I agree. The Washburn Ichabods win. Pitt at Emporia. That should be an interesting one, maybe.
Intriguing matchup. Pittsburgh State had to win in the last seconds against Missouri Southern last week. Give me Emporia State at home.
Ooh, I'll take Pitt. I'll take Pitt. UCM at Fort Hays.
Arguably one of the better matchups in the league this week. It's the MIAA television game of the week. And, you know, I think it's very close, but I think Central Missouri keeps on keeping on.
I agree. Mules stay undefeated with a win. Northwest at Missouri Southern.
I'm sold on the Bearcats. I think they're every bit as good as they have been. I think Bearcats roll here.
I agree. Northwest wins maybe like 127-4. You never know. Big 12 action. Nebraska at K-State. That's a Thursday night game.
Tell you what, I think this is fool's gold here. I'm not on the Nebraska top 10 bandwagon, but I'm not sold Kansas State is all that great either. Give me the Cornhuskers in a close slug-em-out game.
I'm going to take K-State. I think this is where Bill Snyder proves that he turns water into wine and heals the wounded and sick.
Water into wine?
Yeah. Colorado at Mizzou.
I'm kind of a homer here. Mizzou's in the top 25. I don't think Colorado's that good. Gary Finkel gets it done.
I'll agree. Mizzou, I agree. KU is off. And in the NFL, the Chiefs, the undefeated Chiefs, the only team in the NFL that's undefeated, at Indianapolis.
This would be the sexy pick here. Most folks would say Chiefs, but I think they keep it closer. But in the end, Peyton Manning gets it done at home.
Yeah, I agree. Colts win. And a big game for Missouri Western, a rebound game against Truman State for the homecoming. Take that Swami jacket off and get into serious mode.
Take the Swami jacket off. This game's more about Missouri Western than it is Truman State here. I think it's a slow start for us, but I think we wake up, and I definitely think the homecoming crowd goes away happy. I think you'll see Jerry Partridge's club rebound in a big way.
Okay, and homecoming festivities.
You know what? Always a big week. The weather looks great. You never know what you're going to get for homecoming, but bonfire pep rally, 7 o'clock Friday night. Volleyball at home, 7 o'clock Friday night. The homecoming parade, 9:30 through downtown St. Joseph Saturday morning. Then, of course, kickoff at Truman State at Spratt Stadium, 1:30. Soccer and volleyball that night, 271-4481 tickets.
That's GSI for the week. We'll see you on Saturday, Friday for the weekend's homecoming festivities.
As always, go Griffs.
Go Griffs.
Time for a new beginning.
Time for a new house. It's time to run.
The time is now. It's time.
It's time to go.
It's a great time. It's a great time.
Great time.
Great time.
It's a great time to be a Griffin.
It's homecoming Saturday as your 4-1 Griffins take on Truman State. 271-4481 for tickets. Go Griffs.